Hey everyone, this is Ian Miller. Welcome back to Triple Threat Comics YouTube channel. We're actually continuing our TV show reaction to the Fantastic Four 1994 animated series. It's actually been a while since I did one of these episodes, so I figured why don't we just do two episodes, just to get things moving. Now, I've actually skipped episode 4 because they depicted the World Trade Center blowing up, and for obvious reasons, I decided not to show that. So we're actually going to go to episode 5, where we actually have the Silver Surfer and the appearance of Galactus. As obviously more appropriate because we just had Fantastic Four first steps with Silver Surfer and Galactus. So I think we pretty much should start with that. I'm very excited about it. I have been enjoying the series, even though season one's a little corny. I'm told season two it has a bit more serious tone. So let's get through the season one to get to season two. And as always, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you want to see the full unedited version of this reaction, go to the Patreon link, which is down below. And also check out all our social media accounts and so you can follow us on our progress and any updates that we have on our comics, as well as our reactions. We have some good ones coming up. So how about we just get to it, huh? So this is episode 5, The Rise of the Silver Surfer and Galactus Part 1.
Thank heaven. That's because they're not flames at all. They're an unknown form of highly evolved holograms.
Yeah, but who's got energy powerful enough to generate a whole sky full of holograms? Uh-oh. Rain cloud. Ah! Reed, flame out!
Johnny, here!
Just don't get fresh. I'll make you walk cold.
Oh.
You are no longer alone. The danger of total extinction. Look out! Hey, he's got a gizmo.
Wax him, Reed!
And though I may not act directly in your behalf, I have come to warn you. For I cannot let this world be obliterated. I caused the flame and meteors to appear in your sky with my matter mobilizer.
Incredible! It utilizes magnetic energy to generate molecular...
Flaming sky you created with your matter mobilizer terrified people.
That was not my...
Him?
Galactus.
Him who?
Galactus, devourer of worlds. Known as the Silver Surfer, a tortured soul forced to serve his merciless master.
Okay, why did they put the beach music in there? It sounds a little bit like the Beach Boys. I get he's a surfer, but my God. Little bit on the nose, guys. A little bit on the nose. But again, I understand. But, wow, look at that. It's a cool design, It must have been tough to animate, though, because you're putting two colored layers on top of each other, And this was still, this was still paint, actual, little paint. They didn't do the digital stuff. They started experimenting with it a little bit in the 90s, I will admit. Obviously, they didn't find to it until the 2000s came around, but yeah, this would have been tough to animate. Tell me that does not sound beach music, like the Beach Boys. Tell me that doesn't sound like that. I'm telling you, it's the beach music. They take this serious. I know it's a cartoon. I know it's anime, but it's corny music to do this particular sequence. Because I keep imagining him singing, "Surf's Up," or him singing, or the Beach Boys playing California Girls in the background. It was also in a James Bond movie, which, again, that was weird. So that reminds me of that. I don't know why. I'll get back to the show.
Here's what happened in part 1 of the story of the...
I didn't find Galactus that intimidating because he wasn't that tall. I mean, he was tall enough, but he used to be a bit more terrifying. And it was interesting to see more of his home world, something we barely saw it, obviously, in the movie, and especially how advanced his technology had been. But on the whole, it was actually a pretty good two-part episode. So I'm very interested to see, where obviously where we go in the series. Also, when Doom's coming, because I believe he's coming in the next couple episodes. But I'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, this has been a fun series so far, and I had to finish it. So it's gonna be very interesting. Yeah, we'll get to season 2, but let's get through to season 1 first. Coming up next, obviously, next TV show reaction is going to be the real life adventures Johnny Quest. Well, the real adventures of Johnny Quest. I had scarcely remembered it, it was on Cartoon Network in the 90s, but I never really sat down and watched an episode. I remember the theme song very vividly. I think it was one of the best, best theme songs I've ever heard of an animated series. And obviously, I knew about, the original 60s show from Hanna-Barbera, and I saw reruns of that, but I never saw the remake of this. Apparently, this version was a bit more, serious, a bit more, young adult oriented, and I'm very excited to see it because we don't see these type of series anymore. We don't see these type of shows anymore. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, so hopefully next week I'm going to be going back to the Fantastic Four with episode 7. I'll let you guys know. And like I said, as always, hit that like button and subscribe. And of course, you can follow me on all my social media accounts, Triple Threat Comics. Well, I think that's going to be it for us today. I'm A. Miller, and this has been Triple Threat Comics YouTube channel. Have a great day, folks. Also, be sure to actually follow us on our social media accounts, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And if you'd like to follow us on YouTube, just hit that like button and subscribe.